You ready? I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that, to shine like this. In a matter of time I spent on some locked up in the back of the paddy wagon, cuffs locked on wrist. See my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It was time to marry the game, and I said, yeah, I do. If you want it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. Got shorty, she try and bless me like I said I chew, like a sneeze. Please for them trick and squeeze, I'm getting cream. Never let them get in between of what we started. Look, but I'm lying hearted. They love me when I was stuck and they hated when I departed. I go and get it regardless. Draw it like I'm an artist, no crawling. Went straight to walking with foreigns in my garages or foreign menaging. Sucking and swallowing anything for $1. They tell me get him, I got him. I did it without an album. I did it with Mariah. Lil', I'm on fire. Icy as a hockey ring, Philly flyer. When I bought the Rolls Royce, they thought it was lease. Then I bought that new Ferrari, hey, to rest in peace. Hey, to rest in peace to the parking lot. Phantom so big, can't even fit in the parking spot. You ain't talking about my then what you talking about? Gangsters moving silent.
Oh my goodness.
What's going on?
It's a plus for the Knights. Now the Knights got to be careful here.
You
don't want to turn over.
Make a mistake or give some momentum to the Acadiana Wrecking Rams going into halftime. There's Jalen. What a move. I mean, Jawan, he breaks it to the one side. He's got one man to beat.
Oh, that's a late hit right there.
All that fun stuff. More importantly, comment during this show. Comment. Show these guys some love. It's going to come up on the screen, all right? We already got a lot of supporters. Let's bring on my guy, Mr. Brandon Howard. How you feeling, sir?
I'm feeling good. You got a good group today.
Yeah, man. You know, we got a little of this and a little of that, man. You know, Florida in the building, Louisiana in the building. I figure, you know, we switch it up a little bit, right? So let's, you know, before we get to the guests, man, let's kind of just recap because you had a big weekend. I had a fun weekend. So, you know, what was your weekend like in the world of high school football, man? What did you get to experience? You know, just give us a recap real quick.
Yeah, just a quick recap. I think I did Mesquite Horn and Bowie on Thursday. Mesquite Horn took that home, and they have a running back 2025, Titus Muse Jr. Definitely a name to know.
Okay.
And then on Friday, I did Tyler Lee and Tyler Hyde, the rivalry game, the Rose City rivalry. Jordan Renaud had the opportunity to see him in person, and the kid was, I mean, Alabama's in the mix, Oklahoma's in the mix, and he was definitely in the mix. I think, you know, on record he had 15 tackles, 3 sacks, and 3 tackles for a loss in a game where they won by 2 points. And then on Saturday, it was pretty much Juggernaut Central. I was able to see Duncanville versus Jones out of Florida. Duncanville was fairly dominant in that game, where they had multiple top 100 players, and then and later that evening I had DeSoto versus St. Francis. And St. Francis was able to handle business after Duncanville had quite a bit to say before the game. St. Francis had the last word after the game, 47-7.
Yeah, man. So St. Francis traveling down, you know, I think the announcer during the broadcast said it best, man. They will play anybody, anywhere, anytime. That's just what they do. I think they even got a game out in Hawaii coming up soon, man. So shout out to St. Francis and what those dudes are doing out there. But look, that was your weekend, man. My weekend wasn't nearly as exciting, but it was still cool, man. I kicked it off on Thursday night. Instead of Friday night lights, we had Thursday night lights here in Virginia. I got to watch Colonial Forge in Tuscarora, right, which we had a couple of, student athletes from each of those, and they didn't disappoint, right? That game went down to the wire, closed it out in overtime. Tuscarora pulled it off with a QB keeper for the go-ahead score, but then a big defensive sack to end the game in overtime by the coach's son nonetheless, man. So fun game to watch, fun game to be a part of, and it was cool to have everything tied together with those guys on the show. But look, we get to do this thing again, right? It's Wednesday night. We got a couple of guests lined up, man. Let's bring them on. We're going to bring on guest number 1 first out of the great state of Florida, man. He's a class of 25. Class of 25, you heard it right, man. So, Taevion, can you hear us? Can you see us?
Yes, sir.
All right, perfect. So let's do this, man. Go ahead, tell everybody who you are, where you're from, position you play, graduating class, high school, height, weight, 40 time. I don't care. You tell us. It's your intro.
My name is Taevion Swint, class of 2025. I'm a running back out of Osceola High School. I'm from Kissimmee, Florida, North Kissimmee. Um, I weigh 165 right now. I've been cutting weight because working out. I was at 185, but I dropped a lot. Um, Bench two 235.
Okay. Look, man,
Yes,
he's
sir.
just shooting off
And
the hip right now, man. I ain't
yes,
gonna
sir.
do
Yeah,
any
I've
just,
been
more.
shooting out
just
the
get
head.
your just get your weight up. Basically, is what he says. Get your weight up.
But
Yes,
look,
sir.
so look, man. Kissimmee, Florida, doing real big things, man. And I got to call out. I think you just got a pretty recognizable tweet, right? Somebody said that what is it? You're a dog. You're a beast. I can't remember the verb, but you tell me, man. Who was it? What they say?
Uh, I forgot who it was, but it was like I was a dog and everything. Like you said it the first time.
There it is. All right. So Chris Johnson, man,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chris Johnson, legendary Tennessee Titan, right? If he says it, it's got to mean something, man. It was pretty cool to see that tweet. And let's do this. Let's kick this thing off. Let's get into it. Let's talk about the off season, class of 25, man. So you're still a young man, becoming your own. You wouldn't
Yes,
know it by
sir.
looking at you, right? He looks like a grown man, right,
Yes,
Brandon?
sir.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's kick it off with the offseason, man. What work did you put in, right? Did you play some 7-on-7? I think you did, but you tell me.
Yes,
Trainers
sir.
and all that good stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I first started way before the 707. I started out with my brother. I never went to no other trainer. I really trained by myself, but my oldest brother was training me. Then I had got into this 707 with Coach D and Coach Mitchell at West Orange High School, 24K 707. And that's when
Okay.
I got introduced to the other guys that's on the team.
All right. So
Yes,
so
sir.
we play we play some 7-on-7. I think 24K had a pretty decent year. What you think, Brandon?
Yeah, they had a couple of decent, maybe FCS prospects or something like that.
Yeah, man. So it was pretty cool. We had Coach Mitchell on the show early in the circuit. We got to hear some names, and I got to run it back. But I feel like your name was one of them that was dropped, man. I'm seeing a handful of dudes that he talked about getting blessed with an offer after offer. So shout out to 24K and the organization that they run.
Yes, sir.
And shout out to you for the work that you put in because your recruiting process is big time, right? Class of 25,
Yes,
and
sir.
it's already a big deal, man. So go ahead, Brandon, dig into the
Yeah.
recruiting process. I'm curious to learn how and when this thing started.
Yeah, I mean, well, for me, how has 24K helped you develop your game off the field? So whenever you're not in pads, how has 24K helped you, in better your skill set?
It helped me a lot, especially with my feet work. I ain't gonna leave that out. Yeah, my feet work. I had some bad footwork, but with 707, it helped me learn more other positions instead of running back. I go into the slot, wide out. It helped me work like both sides, both positions.
So then, whenever we transition to the field, what about your game stands out in your eyes, and what helps you separate yourself from other players?
Oh, totally different. That's why I say 707 helped me a lot because I could move more elusive um, in the open field. I could break more tackles. It just helped me get loose more. I can say it like that. Help me get loose.
All right.
Do
Yes,
you
sir.
have goals that you set up prior to this year? So you obviously said that you were cutting weight, but you were pretty good size originally.
Oh, yes,
What
sir.
are your goals for the season, just from a statistical
Yes, sir.
standpoint, and then for your body?
Okay. My goals for this year is to win states, and my main goal that I'm focused on right now is getting my yards. I had set my goal to be 2,000 rushing yards, so I could break the school record. Uh, what was the other question you asked me?
Just simply your goals that you have for developing your body. So some areas in your game that you feel like
Uh,
you can improve. That whenever you finish this year, people are going to look at it and say he developed in that way.
yes, sir. I say get more muscle on me. I got the muscle, but I just want a little bit more so I could cake a little bit more.
Is there anybody that you want to hear from as far as schools, and do you plan on taking any visits this year?
Uh, I had got an offer from Michigan. I want to go to Michigan and go visit that place up there. I heard it was pretty good. They got a good environment, so I want to go up there.
Anybody down south?
Down south, nah, nobody. Like I say, like nah, nobody down south.
I'm sure the coaches down south will love to hear that. The Florida States, the
Yeah,
Alabamas, the Georgias, the Clemsons, the LSUs
yeah,
of the world. They'll love hearing that you only want to
yeah,
visit Michigan. Rob?
yeah. But I visit most of the schools down here in Florida, like Florida State, USF, UCF.
All right.
Actually, I'm going there Friday, UCF.
I was about to say, man. I think somebody tweeted they're going to be in the bounce house on Friday, right?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna be there.
I feel like somebody else is going to be in the bounce house, man. Who's somebody else that's in the media space down there repping UCF hard day in and day out, man? I know you know who I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, Big John Walker.
Man, all right, well,
Yeah, that's a big pickup.
I would say that was all right. I'm thinking, we got who was it? Elite Empire athletes, right? We can't leave them out, man. That was our guy on the 7-on-7 circuit.
Yes, sir.
He doing big things down there in Florida, looking out for you guys, man. Coming to camp, coming to games, going to the bounce house, man. So shout him out, right? But look, man, we could talk football nonstop, but I want to be respectful of your time. We got another guest from the great state of Louisiana. So let's do this, man. Let's transition
Yes, sir.
from the recruiting world to this coming season, man. You've got 2 games under your belt. What else do we get to look forward to, man? Because you exploded game number 1, game number 2. But what else are we going to see from you? You set the goal. You want to break the rushing record, but what else can we see from you?
More touchdowns, really. Yes, sir.
All
That's
right.
all. I can't. I
not a
don't
bad
really. I
thing.
don't really talk too much. I don't really talk too much. I just let it.
All right. Look, man, I'm with it. So class of
Yes, sir.
25, you got all the time in the world at this point, man. So stay focused in the classroom. That way you can, qualify to go wherever because your future is incredibly bright, man. And I got a feeling,
Yes, sir.
Brandon, man, I got a feeling that in due time, I think there's going to be some interest from some of those down south teams that he's going to want to go take a visit, at least to see what they got going on, man. I could be wrong, but I feel like that's going to happen, man. So best of luck to you. Take this opportunity to close out your session and just thank anybody and everybody that's been there supporting you along your journey, even though it's just really getting started in the high school world, man. But shout them out, show them some love.
Yes, sir.
Who you want to shout out, man? Take this opportunity, shout them out.
Oh, my bad. What colleges?
No. Friends, family, mom, dad, aunt, uncle, grandma, grandpa, cousin Joe. I don't care.
First, I want to shout out my brother, Taevion Swint, for helping me to be the man I am now.
Okay.
I want to shout out my mom and dad for making me the man I am. And I want to shout out my head coach, Coach Eric Cornelis, for teaching me the right ropes and getting me through the season.
All right. So look, man, this is
Coach Chad, Coach Chad, my offensive coordinator.
all right. Look, you got to show the love to the OC, right? So this is Taevion,
Yes,
class of 25, Kissimmee, Florida. He plays for the Cowboys in a very, very competitive Florida market, man, and still showing out, still getting love from some big names in the industry. Like I said, Chris Johnson, he showed you some love, man. That's a big deal. Have fun at the bounce house, man. Enjoy this recruiting process. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we're going to get to run this thing back as your career unfolds, all right?
Yep.
Yes, sir. I got you.
All right, man.
All
Be
right.
safe.
All right, Brandon.
All right.
So look, that was guest number 1, right? That was fun.
Yeah.
But we got a whole nother guest lined up. So let me get it queued up. That way I got the right.
I think he has a little bit more southeastern interest. The next guest.
All right. So without further ado, let's bring him on, man. It's the man, Jawan. Can you hear us? Can you see us?
Oh, yes, sir. I can hear y'all.
All right, perfect. Man, this man's in 4K crystal clear right now. That's
very
borderline.
cute.
That's borderline 8K quality. So look, he's got the lights popping, right? We got the logo down there for Lafayette Christian Academy. We done had one of his teammates on the show a couple of times, right? He's now at Liberty. So you want to shout him out?
Brawley Green, safety corner. He plays safety for Liberty.
There he
Yeah,
is, man.
dog.
So shout out to Lafayette Christian Academy, man, showing some love to Spotlight 39. But go ahead, tell us who you are formally, where you're from, position, graduating class, and anything else you want us to know. This is your intro.
My name Jawan Johnson. Class of 2024. I'm an athlete. Play quarterback for high school. DB on my little time, whatever. Also, I don't know. I weigh 180, about 5'11 and a half. I'm getting up there.
We'll take that half, right?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. So look, class of 24. What position do we predominantly play? You're labeled as an athlete, but where do you play? Where do you see yourself playing?
This is an issue of debate right here. Really. Yeah.
You said what?
I already knew that's what I was going to say. He asked you the position. I said, this is a position to debate. Yeah. Every offer he has is at corner, but he wants to play quarterback.
All right.
Nah, not even that.
All right. Well,
I low key.
Well, what is it then?
I don't know. In college, I feel like I want to play cornerback more, but it's wherever they put me, honestly. It's just whatever the team need, I guess.
All right. Look, man, we can get more into that in the recruiting process, Brandon. You hold up for a second. I know you're itching, but I want to learn about the off season first, man. Let's set the stage for the recruiting. So what did we do this off season? 7-on-7 training, whatever it was, vacation, I don't care. You talk to us about your off season that helped you prepare, and get ready for this season. And then Brandon can talk about the recruiting process and we can have that debate.
All right. Off season, it was really just a big decision for me because a lot of colleges was like talking to my uncle about making me play like other positions. So it was just like a big decision for me, and I finally made a decision to start doing it. So I started with his name is Coach Ken Anio. He coaches receivers, cornerbacks. He does it all basically. So I started with him. I think it was like in late May, early June or something like that. Started with him, and from there I just was working almost every week with him. I travel to Baton Rouge every week to just go work with him, and we would just be putting in work. Also on my downtime at school, I will be working with Ty Lee, a DB at our school. So yeah, that's about it.
All right. So a little of this and a little of that, man, but it all results in a lot of work. So all that work, obviously, it's paid off because you've been blessed with several blessings, as I like to call them, right? Let's get into that. Let's have that debate now, man. Brandon, go ahead, take it away. Let's talk about the recruiting process while I sift through the feed, man, and see all these offers that you got.
No, I don't even think it's a debate. It's just the fact that, like, I know kind of what he wants to play. But no, I think Juwan is a great example of kind of why you check your spam or you check your messages, for lack of better terms. Because I just one day was in my message request. I don't know if it froze. Was that your uncle that reached out to me originally?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And so his uncle reached out to me, kind of told me about him as a quarterback. And then so he got his 247 made at the time. And it was, I think I put it like I think I either put it an athlete or quarterback. And then like I'm just like watching his film, and suddenly he goes to a camp and he's like, got offer from some Power 5 school. I was like, what the heck? Okay, next week. Gets another Power 5 offer. I was like, And then suddenly goes Power 5, Power 5, Power 5. I was like, okay, he can play. So maybe more so than anything, you fill me in on how that all came together and how tough it's been to want to play a position, but everybody feels like you can be better at another position.
All right, so playing different positions is like it's fun. It's kind of hard at the same time. So knowing that I play quarterback and I play quarterback my whole life, it's kind of like, okay, I just gotta get better at the other position because that's what that's what everybody want me at. So just I don't know. It really hasn't been tough. It just has been like it's been crazy. Like because you have to focus on cornerback, and now you have to focus on quarterback. Like it's two different things you have to focus on to keep getting better at. So it's just been a fun trip, I guess. I don't know.
And then what about the recruitment? For those out there who don't know, kind of walk us through some of the offers you have, and start with the main one. Start with the main one.
With the main one, man. I'm gonna try to go in order. Um, I started off. I got my first offer was Nebraska, and then after Nebraska came, I think I got La Tech. Then I got LSU. Then I got I think it was like Bama. Then I got Texas. Then they all started coming. Oregon, Miami, Tennessee, Texas A&M, Mississippi State. It just like they just all started coming. I got what else?
We got Michigan
It's just a
State, we
lot.
got Georgia, we got Vanderbilt, we got Virginia Tech,
Yeah,
not listed. The list
Yeah,
goes
you guys
on
have
and
the
on.
first 16. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So the list goes on and on, right?
Oh yeah.
I like it.
So, what are you most excited about? Like in just the process. I know you've received a ton of interest, but what excites you the most, and where else do you plan on visiting this year? I know you already went to Alabama this past weekend.
Um, I really don't have no school that I'm interested in the most. Right now. I'm just loving the process. I'm trusting in the process. But yeah, like you said, I went to Bama on Saturday. I went to LSU on Sunday, and I'm just looking forward to just keep going to schools, visiting new schools, visiting just the programs and the coaches and meeting everybody. So it's just been a fun process, and I just want to keep going through the process a little bit more to finally see where I want to go at the end.
Will we have to wait until National Signing Day to watch you throw 10 hats to the side and pick up one, or will you just decide at any moment?
Um, I think for me, I think I'm gonna just decide at any moment. Like I'm probably gonna drop like a top five, top six, and then just decide over that.
I love it. I love it. There'll
Mm.
still be some hats involved, though, huh?
Probably. You never know. Probably.
As long as you don't bring no live tiger or elephant or dog to the
Dog,
thing, I'm
nah.
all for it.
I'm scared of things like that. I ain't gonna lie.
Look, man. So I just do this. This is an open invite for you, for anybody for that matter, man. That's tapped in right now. We got a great platform, Spotlight 39. By all means, we've done some commitments. We've made it fun. You've got an open invite if you like to do a big commitment. If you want to drop a top five, whatever the case might be, man. You got an open door anytime that you want to jump on, man. We'd love to have you. All right.
Sure.
Good deal,
Appreciate
man.
that.
So what else you got for them in the recruiting space, or we want to jump into to some Friday night light action?
Yeah, let's jump into some Friday Night Lights. How have things been going for you so far? How do you feel like you performed on the field as a quarterback?
Well, Friday we just had our first actual game. It was against Acadiana High. I think we beat them like 38-21 or something like that. So it just been fun to cause now I could show all the college that's looking at me. I could show them my quarterback skills as well as still being an athlete on the field, making plays with my legs as well. So it just been a great time. Just gotta keep staying focused and just worrying about the next week and the next week and the next week after that.
So
I love that. So, I mean, go ahead, Rob. Go
yeah,
ahead.
man. I was just going to touch on because I don't think we touched on goals, man. So what season goals do we have ahead? What do you want to accomplish this year? Either individually and as a team, or just individually.
As a team, we all want to win that championship, man. We always want to be at the end, holding up that trophy, smiling, taking pictures. So we all want that, right? Individually, I just want to keep on just probably doing my thing and just keep showing schools the ability that I have and just keep on racking up the offers to see where I would want to go the most.
Good deal, man. And this is just a question, and by all means, you can say no comment, tell me kick rocks. But I'm just curious, man. If a Power Five program says, hey, I want you to play, cornerback, but then group of five says, hey, I want you to be QB1. Do you consider the mix?
my position, like it does, like, honestly, it does not matter to me what I play, because I feel like I have the ability to go to a Power 5 school and start, and I feel like I could go to a baby, like, not a baby school, but like a smaller school and still start at any position. So I feel like wherever God take me, that's where I'm going, honestly.
I like that, man. And it's funny you said that because our last comment literally says God will open the right doors. So that's deep, right? That is absolute fitting, if I must say so, man. So let's do this, man. I think we've talked enough football. I think we've stayed true right around to that 30-minute time frame that we like to stick to, man. It's been an honor to have you on the show. It's been a lot of fun. I think you represent yourself incredibly well. You've got a very bright future, clearly, right? But let's take this time to close it out and thank anybody and everybody that's been there for you. You know, mom, dad, aunts, uncles, cousins, guidance counselors, Coach Jim Bob from Pop Warner, man. Call him out by name and give him some love, all right?
All right. First and foremost, I want to thank God, the Most High, for blessing me with the talents and the abilities that I have gotten. Second, I want to thank my mom for just making me who I am, breeding me to be who I was. I want to thank my uncle Jerry. He's just been a big impact on my life. He's changed my life. Also, I want to thank my head coach, Coach Trev, offensive coordinator, Coach Hunter. The list goes on. Coach Q, Coach Drew, Coach Dwight, Coach Drake, all those guys. I just want to thank them all for making me a man. Coach Reggie, I can't forget about him, Lord. Just all those guys, man. I just want to thank them.
I like it, man. So, Brandon, if you ain't got anything else, man, we're going to close this thing out. You tell me. You ready to close it out? I think we got a little technical difficulty. So, Jawan, man, I'm going to say... Go ahead.
I was just saying, it's been great catching up with you again, and look forward to catching up with you offline.
I like it. So, yes, man, this is our guy, Jawan, man, class of 24. He's got the first 16 on the screen, but there's plenty more after. There will be plenty more to come. He's got a big, bright future ahead. Stay safe, stay healthy, man. Best of luck to you this season. And let's run this thing back throughout your career, all right?
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all for having me.
Yes, sir. So look at that, man. Two great guests. We had, we had some great engagement from our viewers. I think it was a solid show, man. We're continuing to build this thing, continue to get these kids' stories out. I don't care if they're class of 25, class of 22, man. Everybody's got a story to share, and we got a platform for them. So where do we get to see Mr. Howard at this weekend, man? What's your football plans looking like?
You like that?
I do, man. I look forward to this part.
I have less responsibility. Like I have less control over where I go now than I thought.
Okay.
But tomorrow will be Den Geyer and Lancaster, which will be a good one.
Yes, it will.
And then, the Bowen brothers. Peyton, the older one, is an NFL player for sure, and the younger one's on his way, but the older one's an NFL player, no doubt. Peyton Bowen, NFL guy. Period.
I think we said that, screen recorded it, threw it out there, and look, man, I was working hard to have him jump on. Scheduling didn't work out, so hopefully we get to have him jump on within the next couple of weeks, because I think that'd be a great conversation, especially with how highly you think of this young man. So I'm excited to have you guys,
he's an NFL guy,
talk
for sure, 100%.
Good deal.
Yeah, but I have that one, and then Friday, I've Red Oak and Lake Belton. Lake Belton's like 2-0. I don't know. It's weird. And Red Oak has a handful of talent, but we'll see how it plays out. But it should be a good weekend of football. College football was good. Obviously, some blowouts. Obviously, some close games. Florida State may have saved their jobs.
Yeah.
Seriously. Yeah. So it's the time of the year, and I'm excited about it.
Yeah, man.
With you doing this.
Yeah. So we got NFL kickoff Thursday night. Right, we got college football Friday night. We got Friday Night Lights Friday night. Look, the list goes on and on. It's a huge football weekend, and the best part is it's really just getting started, right? So we get to run this thing back each and every week. So look, next Tuesday, right, we're gonna do live film reviews on Spotlight 39 like we did last night. We shook the dust off. We had a good show with my guy Coach Ian, Coach McCann. And then Wednesday, man, I'm back with my guy Brandon. Spotlight 39 Live, where we bring student-athlete special guests all season long, man. So make sure you tap in, subscribe, support the brand, but more importantly, support these kids. That's what it's all about, man. Without these kids, we wouldn't have anything to talk about. So let's continue to have something to talk about. Support these kids. Give them the exposure they truly deserve. Look, till next week, man. I'm Rob Odie. That's my guy, Brandon Howard. With Rivals, man. I didn't mess it up this week. I even pulled up the graphic.
Yeah, I saw you even put the thing on the side. I was cool.
Yeah, I did that for you. But we'll be back, man. We're going to have some fun. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll recap next week. We're going to close this thing out with 39 Hearts like we do each and every week. I appreciate you. Spotlight39.com has all the info.